Zach from Ground by California, here in Madera County, where I'm back for Everyone Loves Raymond. Now last year, I did the shorter pint course, which is the Eastern Loop, which was absolutely gorgeous and one of my favorite rides of last year. So I was ready to come back this year until the sickness snackdown came after me. Still, came all this way, had to check out the Growler route just so next year will be fully prepped. So, yeah, a little sour, but seeing all the smiles on these faces out here, lets everyone else roll. You can see why Everyone Loves Raymond was so prominently featured on our best of list. And while last year I initially planned on doing the full Kager, I was glad ride organizer Henry convinced me to break it up doing the pint, now anxious to flip to the longer loop of the Growler. And earlier this year, Henry joined Vic and I on GBC Live, prepping us about the ins and outs of the route, really making me eager for the time to come. The while a lingering cold would normally be the big concern the day before, the bigger issue was the looming storm with a small window for clear skies during the ride. But things still look calm with Henry on the western front, with the handful grabbing the limited camping spots on hand, who were fortunate enough to receive mobile turn-down service as an added touch, trying to look past the clouds, factoring in soon. Driving over, I was feeling the inverse of these clear conditions. That didn't scare off attendants, as even the clear weather might have caught the brain trust off guard, leading to a lot of good vibes, but not enough to quell my dizziness, as I wanted to make my way out before the Kager ride assembled to check out the first 8 miles of pavement, starting off first by the local landmark Raymond Hotel. Understanding the rain coming in might have been responsible for the high pace, as this neighborhood's layout might aid you in speed perception, not taking long to make it out of town, transitioning into the long rolling hills. Continuing straight ahead, instead of turning onto Ben-Hur, brought the first section of gravel, with a collection of 3 roads totaling 14 miles of dirt. And while this was some gorgeous countryside to view, I had some lip biting, moving to catch up further with the ride, having to drive 9 miles up Ben-Hur, making me think what an incredible road ride this would be. Arriving in time on Beach Road to catch the flock, who were just emerging out of this magnificent landscape. The second wave of riders from the Growler started to arrive as I was occupied fishing my drone out of a tree. But I followed the riders up Ben-Hur Road with my thrashed blades, joining for a couple of miles on the next section of dirt, turning from Ben-Hur to Silver Bar Road just a few pedal strokes up, hoping to join on the next section of dirt that I decided to wander around for a couple of miles, showing off a different beauty in these rolling hills. I made my way over to the following pit stop, where I definitely needed to refuel on my fist bumps, as this seemed to be the place to run into GBCers getting off the road that has a history I'll get into next time when I ride it, as I had to backtrack to drive to the start, reuniting with the riders, covering again the first few paved miles at the end of this lollipop, finishing off the western portion of the route, and getting to the finish as the first riders arrived, before everyone else settled in, meaning I had first dibs on the tacos, but there were plenty left for all. As even though I didn't get to ride, I felt like I still had a great day, just being a part of the fun.
Well, even though today didn't end up the way I wanted, I can't say I'm taking an L. I mean, first of all, I know this is a gorgeous area to ride, and seeing all the conditions and the smiles on people's faces really confirm it. I mean, to be able to ride the Sierra foothills like this is definitely the ideal area, and Fresno Cycling does a fantastic job of support up and down. So, Growler, I'm coming back. Anyways, you want to support us? Hit the subscribe button, go to our shop, or support us on Patreon so we can bring you more from the state of dirt.